Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Mission Impossible is back with another pure adrenaline rush. So Tom Cruise has another stunt off of his sleeve. Christopher McQuarrie played a pivotal part that elevates the franchise to a whole new level ever since Rogue Nation. And this movie has it all. The Final Reckoning is the second part of where Dead Reckoning left off, with Ethan and the team got the key and race against time to stop Entity, an evil AI that was designed to destroy the entire humankind. The stakes went off the charts. Like, this is what makes Mission Impossible was known for, with action set pieces went insane and everything. Now, is the Final Reckoning any good? Let's find out. So, for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, I'm giving the action 4.5 stars. While I do admit the movie has limited action sequences than the previous entries due to heavier exposition scenes in the runtime, the action is still grand, feels impossible, and has edge of your seat moments. Tom Cruise is still outdone himself with epic running sequences as well as hanging on the biplane in the skies that is truly death-defying. It can be on par with the helicopter chase in the Fallout. This has everything you wanted in a Mission Impossible film. If there are no action sequences that it felt impossible, it will be pointless. The comedy of this movie, I'm giving 2.5 stars. The jokes were a bit awkward than Dead Reckoning. I mean, the jokes were landed a bit well in some moments, but sometimes it was a bit cringy whenever there was a conversation between a team dynamic led by Benji and some random returning characters that went on. For the story, I'm giving 3.5 stars. I was hoping to make a great payoff for Ethan Hunt's journey after Dead Reckoning, with enough runtime they planned, setting up many complex narratives, and even the people he chose to side. It's just sucked that there is a 50% that has filled with explaining things that makes it a bit boring. The story will be less captivating, and not even a huge fan of dumping things out. But the rest of it is very uplifting once the second act kicks in. Though it's not as grandeur as Fallout or Dead Reckoning or other previous entries in the franchise, the story is still good nonetheless. For suspense, I'm giving it 4.5 stars. Truly suspenseful like most of the Mission Impossible movies. So many heart-palpable moments that make me go crazy in some areas in the midst of the action. The sluggish runtime might get a slight dip of being very intense, but it was still a good achievement. Like in almost 3 hours, you had no idea what's going to happen, whether Ethan and the rest of IMF succeeded their mission or not. And the pacing of this film, I'm giving it 3 stars. It's the biggest letdown in the entire quality of making this film. The first act, the editing is questionable. The pacing feels choppy and has montage of flashbacks that became so insanely repetitive. Even some information about explaining of what Ethan needs to do to stop the entity. It was truly a bit off, but it worked out well after the first 15 minutes, where the awesome moments were made once you made it there. I'll give it 5 stars if the sloppy pace was fixed and has less cliche dialogues. For casual fans of the modern action movies, I'm giving this one a B. For moviegoers of the Mission Impossible universe, I'm giving it an A. And critically, I'm giving it a B. Even with all of its troubles and productivity went down, and even the pacing, especially being caught in a writer's strike back then, to me, I don't think Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is a disappointing conclusion. It has everything you wanted to get in a Mission Impossible movie. The stunts are there, the action is there, thrilling stuff is there, so many cool things are happening in the entire movie. Yes, it's not as great or being one of its greatest, but in my opinion, this movie wraps up the long-running, consistently good series in a nice close. If Paramount or Tom Cruise plan of one to end this franchise, I'm satisfied with what we have, even though the quality is not much of a masterclass. I'm giving Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning an 8.5 out of 10, and it was definitely worth adding to your collection at home.
A fine addition to my collection.